Hey there guys, RZ here. Welcome to another part in the series of touring this cruise ship. I'd rather just do these videos instead of stream me building the cruise ship, just to kind of keep everything a surprise. Now, when we finish doing this series, I will splice all these videos together to create a long, probably 10-hour long tour video of the entire cruise ship. Um, so yeah, and like this whole intro part will probably be cut out because I just want to kind of skip to the part where I'm like, we're on deck 2 or something. So yeah. Anyways, I kind of go over what kind of thing I'm like how I'm building the ship right now. Um, so yeah. Oh, I wish I could pull out a map. So there's only about half of the actual ship that is getting its progress done. Probably about like a whole 2/3 of the ship because there's 1/3 towards the back of it that is being worked on actively, and I still need to get like that whole area situated and stuff. But for the most part, the 2/3 of the whole ship towards the front area, those are all just rooms and cabins, and that's kind of what we're gonna look at today. So. We are inside of a large cargo room towards the front of the ship. This is directly above the engine room, and the front of the ship is just there. So, yeah. And these rooms are kind of intended for just having a lot of luggage in them. You're going to have probably 12K people on board, and you need these big storage rooms for that purpose, just to kind of store a couple of extra things they may have. Not like there's going to be cars in here or anything, although I did have that idea, and I put it somewhere else in the ship. Yeah, so there's just a bunch of cargo rooms in this whole area up here. Nothing really else. So we got one there. There's a middle cargo room right here, and one on the side all the way over here. There's just three arranged here along the whole bow of the ship. And then we have one here, one here. So basically there's just 6 whole cargo rooms in this area. And yeah. Now, where do we go from here? It looks kind of like a dead-end area, like we're in a maze. Well, we're actually on a road. That is right. So this right here is all an entire road. It's a system that goes through the entire ship, or at least throughout these lower decks. So there's a whole tunnel that goes through the ship here along the side. And it goes all the way back to the parking spaces inside of the cruise ship towards the back. And there is a second level for all these cargo rooms, and even a third one, and yeah, but we'll have to get up there in the decks that we walk in. So for cars, you can just drive up to the second deck here and come into these storage rooms. And I should also probably say what deck we are on before we get into this tour, because there is going to be 4 decks in total that we'll be looking at. It may take a little bit, but we'll get there. So we are on deck 1. This is deck 1, right above the engine room. The engine room is deck 0. I'll count the entire engine room as deck 0. So this is deck 1, just to kind of confirm that. And the ceilings in deck 1, all the way up to deck 3 or 4, the ceilings are 7 blocks tall. That's why it's really tall in here. So, yeah. Anyways, there's that whole area. Now we can get to the rooms area. This just goes down the entire ship all the way, like towards the back. Like it makes a turn to the middle of the ship, and then it reaches all the way to the back. So we're gonna head in here. And is the game muted? Because I can't hear it. Yep, it was muted. Okay. I'd like to hear the game. Also, we have taken off the shaders because I just don't want to render the game like that anymore, because it'll really suffer, and it's already suffering. It's not getting a great frame rate. And with the shaders on, it just really pushes my computer hard, and it doesn't look well in the recording. So yeah, even if I were to switch what we're recording now to 60 frames, it'd look really bad. Lag spikes galore, like everywhere and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, this is the whole crew room area. We have a lot of rooms here, and here we have one. So most of these crew rooms just have 2 beds, a couch, or actually 3 beds. This one does. So we got stairs going up here. We have a mirror, which I think looks absolutely nice. It's so weird. Like, you can mirror a room around, and it actually looks like a mirror. One that you're not visible in, but you don't really have to be. I don't have my hand visible, so it makes sense for the mirror to kind of look like this. I'm like a floating camera in the ship. That's what it's kind of like, and it just adds a really cool effect. I think it's really nice. These rooms, there's just a little living area down there. It's kind of like a two-story room. You got like a whole loft area up here, just two beds, two tables, little table with a plane on it. And down here we have the bathroom. It's just a mirror, shower, banners, very basic bathroom design. Yeah, and there's a toilet. And over here is just another bedroom. And that is basically every crew room. I've pasted the design all over the place, but I mean, that's what you do normally. And here it is kind of mirrored, I guess. This is like the same design, just flipped around. And that's kind of the way it is throughout this whole deck. And there's this hallway right here that goes down the entire ship. And then we have this hallway, and this hallway goes through the entire ship. At least 2/3 of the way through the ship, because there is an whole area towards the back that I still have to work on. And then we have this hallway. This is like the very central point of the ship right here. This is the middle of the ship. And so this beam here is like really thick. There's a lot of structural things going on around here. And this beam is like extremely thick. It's 3 blocks wide. And it's just absolutely muscular looking, you know? I could have maybe made it a little more robust or like muscular, you know? Like with having these kind of go down within the pattern here. Maybe that would have made it look better. Because it just looks like a straight line. Like a big straight beam. Maybe not the best appearance, but it's fine. It's fine. And every room in here is basically the same. The design does change as we go up a few decks. So yeah, we're going to make our way down this long hallway. That is a theme that will kind of reoccur this video. We're going to be walking down some of the longest hallways ever. And here we have a hallway that goes from side to side of the ship. There's doors there that go out into that roadway along the sides. We just have a bit of walking to do, for sure. A lot of walking. This whole area is like 2/3 of the ship, and a 1,500 block long ship is going to take a little bit to walk through, even just 2/3 of it. But okay, we've reached a section in the ship, and this is kind of like a cafeteria area that I made. Also, down there is the engine room. Yeah, so here's just a whole cafeteria area, a lot of seats area, like seat where you could sit and things like that. Over here is just where you get your food. You can watch TV, and these couches over here. Not a bad area. Not a bad area. And there's just more rooms around. That's all this area is. It's just a cafeteria, and there's also a bunch of rooms down here. Now, I will go ahead and fly through here. Now, if I don't find anything, I guess I'll go back. But I do want to make sure that I kind of cover everything in this whole area, because in case if I didn't, I would have missed it back here. I think everything beyond that point over there is just rooms. Now, if the world could load in a little bit, that'd be kind of nice. There we go. Let's just load in a little bit. Load in. I kind of want to see where that road goes. I want to go ahead and follow that. Oh my god. I am so sorry, guys, but I kind of have the lazy chunk loading on. Okay, nope. Nothing else. That's basically it. This is the point where the ship kind of becomes half because I'm working on that area, as I said. But here's the road. It kind of comes up from the side and goes through the center of the ship. So there you go. And that road reaches into the parking lot that is very far back at the ship. And now to fly all the way back to the stairway that we were at to go up. And what's funny, those are the only stairs in the ship. There's only 2 stairs. Here, let me go back over here. Well, 4. See, there's one all the way over there, one here, one there, and obviously over there as well. So that makes only 4 ways to get out of this whole deck. Yeah, that's quite an inconvenient ship, but well, you know, I kind of made it like it's a maze, you know, like you'd get lost in here if you didn't know the ship for sure. And I've already kind of gotten lost once already. So this is the deck right above it. It's basically the same deck entirely, nothing different about it. Just the same thing. I pasted it up, and that's what it is. Just a deck that was pasted up. And the road does also go around the entire area up here as well. So like there's 2 roads on top of each other on the sides of the ship. That is awesome to think about. But now we get into a different area. Well, more like the same area. but it does have a few different things going for it. There is a couple of differences up in this sort of deck. I guess I should start more at the front of the ship, but we'll kind of go from here. So over here at the side of the ship, we have the first way to get inside of the ship. So from a port or deck outside of the ship, you can walk in through these doors and get yourself scanned, and you can go wherever in the ship you want to. This is more for like the crew area, or for the crew passengers. You know, maybe normal passengers can also walk through there and just go up, I guess, because there is a stairway right there. That's kind of why this is here too, because the stairways are right there, and very convenient to kind of walk in and use the stairways. And I just realized the mirror from one of the rooms is visible out here, but I guess I dig it. You know what? It's fine. It looks kind of like a scanner. All right. I just realized that mistake, and well, too late to correct it now. Too late. There's gonna be a couple of mistakes I'll notice while going through my own ship. You know, I've already made mistakes that are probably still there, which is a bit annoying. But anyways, we're gonna fly to the front of the ship to go ahead and look at what's up here. Not much actually, but there is some stuff. So it's just a big hallway here, and there's also a large giant door right here at this is towards the front of the ship. So what I guess the theory is, you get your forklift to come in here, and the forklift could just deliver the items to these cargo rooms over here. Yeah, that's kind of the thinking here. That's the concept. You get these giant rooms or doors on the side, and you can have forklifts go through here. And I was actually thinking about designing a forklift for the cruise ship, but I just never did it. So, and you know, now this whole area is complete, and it'd be kind of tedious to kind of fit one back in here or something like that. You know, and I mean, I've looked up forklift designs on Minecraft, and they don't look that great because I actually don't know how to build one, and I probably thought the right way on how to build a forklift, because it looks kind of like what I was thinking about, but it doesn't look that great, and I kind of need a whole bunch of different blocks to build one to actually make it look very detailed. And yeah, I can't really do that on this cruise ship because it's just so massive, and there's already a lot of little items and things like that. You know, this whole area, I guess I can consider it to be a little bit empty feeling. But it's just, you gotta keep in mind, it's a large cruise ship. There's already a lot of things placed. You know, more banners there are in this ship, the worse the frame is. Frame rate. Anyways, I kind of forgot about it, but here are the rooms. These are completely different designs from what we had before. Basically the same idea. There are less people who are able to sleep in here, though. Just only 2 beds. You get your own tables up here, and you get a TV and a very blank wall, but we also still carry that mirror design over. And there's something about these rooms that just feel a little more cozy. They feel a little bit more like a tiny house. That's what they kind of feel like. You know, I just kind of like these rooms a little more, even though they are smaller. And in here is a little bathroom. The bathroom is really little. Yeah. This room right here is kind of like just a downgrade from what was below, which is funny because we went higher in the ship. You'd usually expect a little bit more of an upgrade, but no, downgrade. Downgrade is what you get. So yeah. Now I want to check real quick how long we've been recording. We've been going for 14 minutes. So I don't know if we'll be able to tour anything else really. I guess this is where we end it, maybe, because there is another area right above this. Like there is 3 decks right above this whole deck area, above it and stuff. Like, but that's the area for the passengers, and I don't think we'll quite go up there yet. Now, also, I want to see which deck we are on. I guess I'll put a number in for whenever I go up or low, like whenever I go up and down a deck. So this deck is the... If this staircase is very long, then this is the... Oh, no. Okay. This is deck 1. This up here. This is deck 2. Keep going. Deck 3 is up here. And then we have deck 4 right up here. And then right above this, we have deck 5, which that's the area for the passengers. It's right up there. That's deck 5. It begins to change up there. You don't get all these beams in deck 5. And also, I'd like to point out, these beams are awesome. I really love the design I made up with them. It's kind of like a real beam, like a big metal beam. where the middle of it's just kind of like skinny, and then the bottom and top are like really, really wide and stuff. You know, like those beams, right? You know those beams. And yeah, I think at the front of the ship here, the design does change once again from what was below. I think the doors like split into two, or okay, yeah. So there is a whole difference up here, I guess. This whole area is just a bit bigger because the ship's curve or the ship's angle of which it goes up at the bow, it's at a 45-degree angle, and so there would be more space up here because I'd push these cargo rooms back a bit because there's just that much more room. And once again, the thinking here is you could have a forklift in here, or maybe even a semi truck. Good luck though, because the ceilings, I don't know about that. But still, you could really fit quite a bit of car carrying things in here. You could like have a truck. A box truck, I'd say that'd be a better thing to have come in here than a semi. A box truck could come in here and drop off a crate somewhere in the cargo rooms. Yeah, that's just kind of the thinking here, and yeah. And that is basically it for most of the crew area. I do want to go over another area, but I don't think we will, just because it's not complete yet, and I do want to tour everything when it's complete. So we'll go over that area when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and end the video and then start another one because there's a whole lot more stuff above this area here that I want to get to touring, but we just don't have that time in this video because sadly we have reached 17 minutes, or at least in the raw recording. And I mean, last time we had 25 minutes, but that was for the whole engine room. There was a lot more to see down there, and oh, well, I guess there is still some to see up here, actually. We haven't gone in these kitchens. Look at these kitchens! They're so interesting! Yeah, they are actually interesting. I wanted to kind of build a freezer room, but there wasn't much space to do that. So I made the refrigerator this. This is the refrigerator, and oh my God, that is one thick refrigerator right there for all the passengers and crew. I mean, that is a thick refrigerator. Yeah, like that is like double the height of a 6 foot tall person, and that is like 6 foot wide, 6 foot tall. Geez, you don't need a refrigerator that wide or big. And we have 4 furnaces and 3 cauldrons. Just a little area for the crew members to work, or the yeah, lunch ladies, I guess. Kind of like a school. If we head down though, there is those kitchens. They're just slightly different design. That's all. We'll pop down there, and then we'll end the video. So, oh no, wait, is it like that on the other side? Hold on. I think we've come across another mistake. Ah, it's different. It's different. Okay. I guess I'll have to fix this real quick. I think that's just supposed to be beam right there, and this wall is not supposed to be there at all. I don't have anything to replace that with right now. And why would I replace it right now? Because I actually have the actual world. Well, okay, I say actually a lot. I have the actual world in a different installation of Minecraft. I'm on 1.14 here, and it's in 1.12. So just keep that in mind. So any changes that happen to this world, like I could break blocks right now and it wouldn't matter because I'm still building the ship, of course. Although I am going to use this world for touring a little bit again. Although I won't be down here. It's fine. I can literally do whatever I want with this ship, and nothing's going to actually happen to it because it's in a different Minecraft installation. But anyways, I still have to tour the engine, or not the engine. I have to tour these little kitchen areas right here. Yep, just a simple little kitchen. You got actually counter space, and a big ass refrigerator, and yeah. I really like the way these look though. They look really modern, you know, kind of with the way that like the way the ceiling is. It looks really studio kind of like. It looks like a studio apartment in a way. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna be done here. We're gonna be done before I destroy the ship even more. And you know, the ship is so gargantuan and big. Like it would take you so long to destroy it with even TNT. And if you're like a hacker, you use commands or something. I mean, not a hacker, but like, you'd have to use commands to get rid of the ship if you wanted to destroy it. Like, I would probably have this world up for download, and it'd probably take somebody a good, few hours to really blow up the entire ship with TNT. Like, I've tried it with Landane, one of my friends. He can't blow the ship up because it's just so big. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. You know what to do to support me. Hit those buttons, and I'm going to be out until. Well, actually, I'm just going to start recording the next video. So see you in the next one.